Imagine a snake longer than a school bus and heavier than a pickup truck. A predator so massive it hunted giant turtles and ancient crocodiles in a lost world. This was Titanoboa, the largest snake to ever exist. But the very thing that made it a giant, its superpower, was also its fatal flaw. This colossal serpent was doomed from the very start. About 60 million years ago, just after the dinosaurs disappeared, the planet was hot. Not just warm, think of a global steam room, a humid, sweltering jungle stretching across the continents. This was the world that gave birth to Titanoboa, and it thrived in the heat, because for a snake, heat is life. Picture a vast, swampy rainforest in what is now Colombia. This was Titanoboa's kingdom. Stretching nearly 50 feet long, it was the undisputed apex predator. But why did it get so huge? The answer is simple. Snakes are cold-blooded.
They are solar-powered engines, borrowing their energy from the sun and the air around them. In the furnace-like heat of this ancient world, the metabolic speed limit was removed. The hotter the planet, the bigger a snake could grow. Titanoboa's entire existence, its immense size and power, was built on the foundation of a superheated Earth. This size wasn't for show. Its body ran like a supercharged engine, burning through energy in the suffocating heat. We know from its skull structure that it was a specialized hunter, perfectly adapted for snatching giant fish from the murky water. But its body was a finely tuned machine built for one specific climate. Even a small drop in temperature would be like throwing sand in the gears of that giant engine. If the world cooled even slightly, Titanoboa's body would slow down. Its metabolism would crash. Imagine your phone dying not because the battery is empty, but because it's just too cold outside to function. That was Titanoboa's life, lived on a climactic knife's edge.
And then the world began to change. Not suddenly, not with a meteor strike, but with a slow, inescapable chill. Over thousands of years, the Earth's thermostat began to turn down. For Titanoboa, this was a death sentence. The gradual cooling was a silent assassin. Its massive muscles moved slower. Ambushing fast-moving prey became impossible. Its food sources, other giant warm-loving animals, also began to disappear. But the furnace was shutting down. The king of the swamp wasn't overthrown by a rival predator. It was simply left behind by a world that had grown cold.
Here's the part that almost nobody talks about. Titanoboa wasn't just doomed as an adult. It was doomed the moment it hatched. We see the fossils, the reconstructions, and we imagine this unstoppable swamp dragon, a creature so immense and powerful that nothing in its world dared to touch it. But that's the highlight reel. The real story, the one that decided the fate of the entire species, happened on a much smaller scale. It's the story of the babies. And oh boy, the Titanoboa babies had the exact opposite experience of their parents. Picture this. A newborn Titanoboa was barely thicker than a broomstick. They were the snack-sized versions of the monster adults. Everything in that Paleocene swamp saw them as a quick meal. The crocodilians lurking just below the surface, turtles the size of trash can lids, big fish with sharp teeth, and even other snakes. Fossil evidence suggests that even smaller ancient crocodile relatives, which were prey for adult Titanoboas, would have seen the babies as an easy target. If a baby Titanoboa moved, It could be eaten,